tiny release for my fans. So tonight I want to be.
I am, however, going to record it.
Cool.
Just so a couple of the people asked in the thread said they can't be on, but they'd like to record it, see it later. So I will.
Cool.
So, Laura, we have on here David, Ivana, and Savarina.
Awesome.
Who you already know is working, is using the Thrive product. And she's doing the whole 3-step process. And all the people that should be on tonight are watching her go through the process. Real quick, before I introduce you, I would let her tell her story, but everybody on the call already knows it.
Well, I don't. I'd love to hear it.
So, Savarina, are you available for a second to talk to Laura?
Yes. I have been using the products like for more than 2 months now. And for me, it's great. I have lost weight. Now I have burned fat, let's say. I have lots of energy. And the best thing, I have energy during the day, but I can sleep very well during the night. That was not normal before. If I get too up during the day, at night I get like I could not sleep. I wake during the night, and now I can sleep the whole night.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
But
I
also have something for inflammation. I have inflammation under my feet. I didn't know about what I can have for that.
Yeah, I'll talk about that too. That was something that I was dealing with big time, and actually didn't even know that I was dealing with it until it started to remedy. Yeah. I think a lot of people, and Adam, I'll let you continue, but I think a lot of people with inflammation, they think that they have more body fat than they actually do sometimes because of inflammation. It's crazy. And inflammation is like a ripple effect. If you have inflammation, it can cause a whole lot of other issues. So, oops, it looks like he got kicked off.
I think we lost David.
Mm-hmm.
Once I stopped, once I realized that the yeast in beer and bread was interfering with my Thrive, I stopped eating it. My inflammation went away. In 60 days, my whole world changed.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Cool. So, Adam, I guess why don't you kick it off, and I'll kind of share my experience too.
Cool. All right. Hi, everybody. Friends of Savarina and all, and mine now. Welcome to the really quick Thrive call over here. It's a product that I've been using for over 3 years now. It changed my life tremendously. Savarina, or Carmen, as you guys like to call her, has been using it for a little while and gone from about a size 16, 18 to a size 10, which is pretty remarkable. And I'd like to introduce you to somebody who's been by my side just about the whole time I've been on this experience. Her name's Laura, and I believe Laura's getting ready to go to a big Thrive convention or something, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, Thrive Palooza.
Thrive Palooza.
Yeah.
So, I'll hand it over to you real quick and let you run with it.
Okay, awesome. Hey guys, it's nice to meet you. And for those of you watching the replay, we're sorry we missed you on this one, but hopefully you get some value out of this recording, and hopefully you get your questions answered. But obviously, if you are still like left hanging and you have questions, get with these guys. And I'm happy to answer questions too, like after the fact. I always like to share my Thrive experience, my story of how I even got introduced to this product, because I come from a pretty different perspective. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a fitness professional at all. What I am and what I was like a human guinea pig for trying like every product under the sun. I mean, whether it was through a direct sales model. I have friends who are in this profession and they sell things through direct sales models, but also from just big brands, big stores, the gym, lots of different products. And I've tried all of them for various things, probably for over 20 years. And so when the health and wellness space, like when it comes to supplements, I had tried so many things in the past that over the years, I guess I got a little skeptical, a little jaded, because just, you know, they were full of big promises. Oh, it's going to do this and it's going to do that. And nothing really impressed me. I don't know if it was because I had tried so many things over the years and I just was a little bit more picky, I guess, or just the simple fact that either it just was too expensive, too complicated. And if it's complicated, you won't stick to it. If you don't stick to it, you're not going to get results. That's really true for everything in life, but especially your health. Like, you have to be consistent and stick to it. And if it's complicated, you know, different things all throughout the day and every other day do this and all, it's just, if it's too much for your brain, you're just going to avoid doing it. You're going to procrastinate. So that, for me, that was a big one, is that I needed something simple, but almost as important is that I needed it to work. I really wanted something that I could take, that I could actually feel a difference. So like, you know, you're an adult, you know, you should be taking vitamins and supplements, you know that. We've all heard, of course, I'm assuming everybody's heard that, you know, the vegetable that you eat today is not the same vegetable that your great-great-grandparents ate 100 years ago. They don't have the same nutrients because the soil is not as nutrient, and blah, 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 right? So I'm an adult. I knew I needed to take supplements and stuff, but I wanted to take something that at least made me feel different, whether I take it or not. I wanted to be able to feel the difference. And so I became so jaded over the years that when I heard about the Thrive Experience, I truly put it off. I blew it off. I just kind of dismissed it as like, this is just another one of those things. And that is probably my biggest regret, is sitting on the fence, thinking about it, watching others for so long. Because during that time frame that I was thinking about it, watching others have these great experiences, like you guys, you know, and like you guys are having, like Adam, and I don't know if I should call her Carmen or, but anyway, so like, I mean, exactly like she's having, I had friends like that, and I was sitting there watching, like, well, let's see what it does for her. For almost 2 years, I sat on it. Meanwhile, during that time, I was overweight. I was inflamed. I kept having hormonal breakouts, like all around my chin and my cheeks. I always had acne, and now, like, I don't have a filter or anything. My skin is clear, like porcelain. And it never was like that. My skin used to be really, really red and angry, always having breakouts. I am a natural redhead. My skin is very fair. So everything shows, right? As far as like inflammation and stuff. And I was really low energy. I was not sleeping very well. I would catch every bug out there. Seriously, like everything that came across. Kids were in school, all of that. I would catch every cootie that there was. And I was just miserable. I don't know another way to describe it. I was just worn out and exhausted, and I was cranky and bleh. I felt like I had lost my mojo, you know? I don't know another way to really describe it. And so I was just finally at that point where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. I was sick of waiting around. I was sick of hemming and hawing over something that's not expensive. Like, why was I procrastinating it so much? I still to this day don't understand why I was procrastinating and sitting on the fence. So what I did is I decided, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try it for 30 days. And I'm sure it's not going to work. I'm sure it's just going to be one of those things. I'm going to tell my friend, oh, good for you. I'm glad it's good for you, but it didn't work for me. I was positive that's what was going to happen. Day one, I got my stuff, and the next morning, I took the products, and the product that everybody starts with is called the Thrive Experience. The Thrive Experience is 3 products. You take capsules. I actually have them here. I brought them here soon in case y'all don't know what this is. There's capsules. They come in individual packs. So this is really great, especially if you guys travel. Like, we're about to go out of town for a few days. So if we're traveling, if we're going away and we're going to be gone for like 4 mornings, I'll take 4 of these, right? And so inside each capsule packet is 2 capsules. They're really small. They're not like horse pills. So you wake up in the morning and you take 1 or 2. It depends on what's best for you. They come in men's and women's formulas. And you take those first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's really important. So before you eat anything, You're taking your capsules on an empty stomach. There you go, men's and women. Then you wait 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Again, you'll kind of figure out and play with this with a window. Still on an empty stomach, you mix up your lifestyle drink mix powder. Now, let me pause here for a second and tell you guys about this. If you guys have ever had shakes in the past, this ain't your mama's shake mix. This is not like one of those really gross, terrible texture, gritty, slimy, weird tasting aftertaste shake mixes. These are so yummy. The powder is actually micronized powder. So you could literally mix this powder with water. I use unsweetened almond milk, and you could literally mix it with a fork. You do not need a blender. You don't need anything crazy. You're not going to wake up your whole neighborhood by running your blender at 6 a.m. Like, you could literally just put it in a cup and shake it and go on. You don't add food to it because it has probiotics in it. So if you want to kill off some of the probiotics, if you have a sensitive stomach, or if you don't want as much energy and benefits from the formula, add food to it. If you want all the stuff from it, the probiotics and everything, make it as pure as you can. It's just the powder and just liquid. So it's up to you. You can do what you want. There are 5 different flavors. This is vanilla. They also have chocolate, strawberry, candy cane, which y'all, dude, it is seriously the best flavor ever. Candy cane. And then they also have apple pie, which is really good. So depending on your taste buds, you can choose the flavor that you like best, but you drink this about 20 to 30 minutes after you take your capsules, still before you eat. Once you drink the shake mix, you can eat. If you're still hungry, so this is pretty filling, if you're still hungry, you can eat. But that shake mix has, it's only like 110 calories, but everything in the entire Thrive product line is diabetic friendly. So in the shake mix, there's only 2 grams of sugar, which is really, really great. If you're watching your carbs, for me, I follow a lazy keto diet. I'm not counting anything, but I do like carbs. I try to really limit my carbs and sugars. So it's only 2 grams of sugar. They're really low in net carbs. I think it's like 4 or 5 net carbs for the shake mix. So that's good for people who are following a low carb diet. Tons of vitamins, obviously, and probiotics. You're going to get all of that. The cool thing is that these 2 products together, the capsules and the shake mix, it's one formula, but it's just split up into 2 different delivery methods, capsule form and liquid form. It's literally designed how your body processes and metabolizes food, right? So capsule form is going to take longer. It's going to neutralize the acids in your digestive system to prepare your system to receive whatever's next more efficiently. And so that's, in this case, is going to be the lifestyle mix. And the cool part, this is the coolest kicker card, right? Is step 3. Step 3 is the DFT. This is AKA a patch. This is your vitamins that go through your skin. This is patented technology. No one else can do this. There you go. There's Adam. There are some copycats, but they have the patent on it. They're not as powerful. They're not as good. It's honestly just a waste of money. Some of these companies that are coming out with it, it's like nonsense. But Thrive has multiple different formulas. The one that I'm holding in my hand is called the DFT Ultra. It is specifically designed for fat loss. It is no joke. There's appetite control, mental clarity, like endurance. The mood support is in some of the DFTs, fat loss, and so forth. And of course, there's nutrition in here. But the cool thing is, I have a customer who, she's become a friend of mine. She found me online, and she has some health challenges where she found it really fascinating and very beneficial for her that this was able to deliver the nutrients to her, bypassing her whole digestive system. It's going through her bloodstream. So when you think about bioavailability, efficacy of how you're consuming your supplements and your nutrition, here's some statistics for you if you're a type A personality like me. On the market right now, in general, when you buy supplements, I don't care how much money you spend, even those expensive ones, your body is actually absorbing 2% to 7% of the actual nutrition from whatever vitamin, even the really, really expensive custom stuff, 2% to 7% bioavailability and efficacy rate. When you consume Thrive, all 3 steps, because they are designed to work together in one formula, you are getting 95 to 100% absorbency and efficacy and bioavailability. The 100% obviously comes from this. The nutrients that are going through your skin, it's the largest organ of your body. It's bypassing your digestive system. It's not being filtered out through your liver and all this kind of stuff. Like, you're literally getting all of it. So the formula, the ingredients that are in the DFT are literally designed specifically for you to receive 100% of it without any fillers or any of that stuff. But the cool thing is, so like, as complicated and crazy sounding as that formula is, for you and me, for normal people, it's really like waking up in the morning, you pop your capsules, you wait 20 minutes, you like let your dogs out and whatever, like get dressed, do your workout, 20-minute workout, whatever you're going to do. Drink your drink mix, slap on your DFT, and you're out the door. You're done. You're done for the day. If you're still hungry, you eat. If you're not, you don't. Like, it really is not complicated. What we've noticed is that our customers and the clients that we have who are on this product, there's like a 95% retention rate. They reorder every month because they see results. Within the first day of me getting my product, all I noticed at first was, this is really simple. Even I can do this. Like, I don't care how busy you are. Like, I could do this. The busiest person can do this. Day 5, I noticed like the energy. I don't know another way to describe it other than like, I felt like I had cobwebs in my brain. I just had like that mom brain, like just fuzzy, and I couldn't focus. And I needed like 5-6 cups of coffee every single morning to just function. I was just a zombie, which of course the coffee was killing my digestive system. That caused a whole other round of issues, right? For me, the aha moment, and it's different for everybody, it was day 10. Day 10, I remember we had a 2-story house when we lived in Dallas, and I used to take the laundry basket like upstairs, and every single time I would go up and down those stairs, my knees would like crackle and pop, like they would have those like crunching sound, and it was really painful. I had injured my knee in a kickboxing class like years prior. Ridiculous. Like, we were trained by MMA fighter people, Babyface, if you want to know. Anyway, so he was an MMA fighter, and he was our trainer for the day, and he made us do what they call sprawls. And I'm an overachiever. And I was like beating the bags. And when we were doing sprawls, I would drop to the ground, and I really hurt my knee. Anyway, that was years that I was dealing with that knee pain. And day 10, my knee stopped hurting. And I thought, oh, it's just a fluke. I mean, what is this silly vitamin doing? Surely that's not, relieving pain. Come to find out, here I am 3.5 years later, and that knee still does not hurt. It does not crackle and pop. It does not hurt. So day 10 is the day that I remember coming downstairs, and I told my husband, like, because I have a marketing background. So I told my husband, I think I know why this stuff is named Thrive. Like, this is brilliant. The guys who created this stuff, they named it Thrive because that's how you feel. If somebody wants to know what's it do, it's going to help you thrive. Like, a lot of people are just going through life like cranky zombies and surviving. And so anyway, I was like, from a marketing perspective, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so smart. They literally named it how I feel. I feel like I'm thriving. So from that day forward, it was just for me, it was a slow progression as far as like weight loss. I've lost a total of 30 pounds over 3 years. The average person gains 10 pounds a year, just like breathing air. I mean, seriously, it's just a slow progression, right? And it's like, oh, you gain a pound and a half in a month, and you're like, oh, no big deal. It was the holidays. Da, da, da. Well, look, over the whole course of a year, the average person gains about 10 pounds a year. I've lost an average of 10 pounds a year, and that's not crazy amount. That's not a lot. That's also not working out. I know I should, but that's not doing really anything different. It's just my body is using the nutrients that I'm giving it in a more efficient way. So about 3 months in, that's when I started noticing my skin clearing up. About 6 months in, that's when I noticed, that's actually when I looked at like before pictures, like on Facebook, you know how they do like the memory thing on Facebook, that's actually when I noticed, wow, my face, like my eyes were super puffy. I didn't notice like anything in my face slimming down. I noticed it in my eyes. My eyes are like twice as big as they used to be. So like, it's crazy. So it's just gotten better and better since then. My hair is healthier, everything is better. And it really does, like you were saying, Carmen, it like my sleep is improved. Everything has just gotten better. So it's really great. There's no fees or anything like that to join. You can refer to friends and earn your site for free. Even like if you're not promoting it as a business, customers, everybody can refer to and get it for free. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, thriving is great, but thriving for free is way better. So that's what we try to help everybody do. So yeah, that's my story. Adam, I'll shoot it back to you.
Question: what is the active ingredient besides the vitamins that helps you to lose the weight?
The active ingredients, I don't know. Adam could probably actually explain that better than I can. Everything in here is designed to work together. I know that in the DFT, there is the highest concentrate of forceline available by anybody ever. They have the proprietary access to the highest concentrate of forceline. Forceline is actually one of the most clinically studied fat loss. It's actually a plant, but it's that whole process. But forceline is the main ingredient in the DFT for the fat loss.
So I know that when people are new to this, everybody knows there's a patch involved, but there's a variety of patches that are available. Can you like explain what the different formulas are?
I can't explain the formula, but I can explain some of the benefits. And there's also a video, a really good explanation with like a little checklist, like a graphic, in our private Facebook group too, Adam. So if you want to add them to there too, y'all are all welcome into that private group and kind of like lurk around. We do giveaways in there too, which is really fun. But there's a whole file section. So if you're really wanting to know like lots of details, there's a ton of information in there. Okay, so there's 5 different types of DFTs. And it really just depends on your goals. There is the original, it's called a Premium 2.0 DFT. It actually is the square shape. It looks just like this. It's just a little smaller. And it is for the mental clarity, the energy. It does have like the pain relief in it. The main pain relief ingredient is white willow bark, which is like nature's aspirin. So it's in all the DFTs. It's really, really great. I truly believe that's what made my knee stop hurting, is that, and reducing the inflammation and probably losing 30 pounds. That probably helps. So, but I mean, I didn't lose 30 pounds by day 10. So I don't know. It's gotta be the inflammation. So the Premium 2.0 DFT, that is the one that comes with most of the starter packages. That's one we recommend most people just start with, just because you can always change that out. You can customize that as you go. They also have one called the Black Label or White Label, just depends on the color, their exact same formula. That has 19 milligrams of caffeine in this. I'll actually talk about caffeine if y'all want me to. The DFT, the Black Label and White Label have 19 milligrams of caffeine. The mood support is in that one. So if somebody is like feeling down, if they have a tendency to be up and down all the time in terms of their mood, if they need more patience, if they have a high stress job, most of our like first responders, athletes, and so forth, people who have high stress job like military, they usually all take Black Label or White Label as their DFT of choice. There's obviously the Ultra, which I talked about. We lost her too. I'll keep going so she can watch the replay. They've got the Ultra, which is the fat loss one. So all of those benefits plus fat loss. And then they've got DFT Duo Burn. That is also for fat loss. Personally, I tried the DFT Duo Burn and the DFT Duo or the DFT Ultra. I prefer Ultra. It does not have any caffeine, and for me, it's an increased appetite support or appetite control. Burn, for me, it's a thermogenesis. It makes your body increase the metabolism, which is good, but you have to do the activity to support that. So like if you're sedentary, which for me, I'm literally on social media all day long, I'm relatively sedentary. For me, I'm not supporting the thermogenesis, the metabolism increase that's wanting. It makes me hungry. So it's not good. No bueno. So I need the appetite control big time. And for me, that's the Ultra. And then the DFT Duo, the original DFT Duo, that is very similar to the DFT Duo Burn, except instead of putting you into thermogenesis, it contains ketones in it, BHB, beta hydroxybutyrate. Ketones. It actually puts ketones in your body exogenously through your skin. It's pretty freaking awesome, actually. But so it's just personal preference. There's not one that's better than the other. I get asked that question all the time. It's like, well, which one's better? It depends on your goals. It depends on you. It depends on your lifestyle. So for me, the Ultra was the better option because of the appetite control, the fat loss. I mean, seriously, the before and after pictures we're seeing from people who are using the DFT the DFT Ultra, the big square one, the brand new one, is insane. And it's only been a month. If you want quick fat loss results, do the Thrive Experience with the DFT Burn or the DFT Ultra. Those two things, if you're looking specifically for fat loss. So
thanks for your insight. That's so huge, because when people are new here, they don't know which patch works for them. I literally have 4 different patches I use based on my day.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to the gym and I'm going to lift 3 or 4 tons of weight, I'm black labeling it.
Mm-hmm.
On other days, if I want to be in ketosis and take advantage of it, I do the Duo Burn.
Yep.
But it really, it's not what's best. It's what's best for you in that moment. And since I'm really active on certain days and not on others, I switch mine up on a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people use like Black Label if they know, like I actually it was interesting. It's neat to see how people think of stuff, but starting in late March and early April, we had a ton of people ordering the Black Label and White Label for the mood support because they knew tax season, they were doing their taxes and they wanted the mood support. It was like, it's a really big deal. Like if you struggle with the whole mood challenges, like we can't give medical claims, we can't say it helps with depression and all that kind of stuff, but I'm telling you, there's a reason they call that one the happy patch. So if you need that boost in your your mood and your elevation and peace and patience and that sort of thing, the Black and White Label are really, really amazing.
Boy, did they help today.
Oh.
Now, most of the people who are going to see this have seen some people on the experience and reached out to us. And what we did is we went ahead and set them up with a free account.
Perfect.
So, I'll keep this really simple. For each person's account, whatever their email address is, the first part of that's their username and their password.
Perfect.
So now, where do they go to log in, and where do they go so that they can order their first set?
Yeah, so you can go to everybody, customers, promoters, everybody. If you have a free account through the brand, you get a referral link. So your own personal shopping link, your own personal referral link is your username dot Lavelle, it's LE-VEL.com. Okay, so you would go to that site. There's a video that'll pop up like right when you go to that site, and it's like, what is Thrive? It's like a 3-minute video. So if you're curious to know more, or just
I love that
pictures
video.
and videos, yeah, it's a good video. Once that video, you can exit out of it or just tap anywhere on the screen to close it out. Go click on at the top of the page. It'll say customer. And so you click the customer button and it'll prompt you to log in on the left side. So since you already have an account, on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll just put in your username and your password, which Adam just told you. You can log in. You will be prompted when you first log in to probably verify some information, either your phone number or whatever. You can opt in or decline to get text messages. Like for example, if you place an order, if you want them to text you when it ships, and so forth, there's free tracking and all that, but you don't have to be on there. And then at the top of your dashboard, so like right when you log into your personal account, you can shop around, you can read more about the products. There's all, click around, click the links and all that. But there will be a link at the top of your account that says place an order. So you can click that button to place an order. As a customer, if you're looking at this from a customer perspective, now there's also packages if you're like, hey, I really like this stuff. I want to thrive. I want to get the products. But you've got like maybe an entrepreneurial mind. You've got like a pioneer spirit, right? Maybe you want to add a stream of income to you and share this with others. You can become a promoter. In my mind, you know, everybody can join this for free. There's no membership fees or any of that nonsense. As a customer, you can refer two friends who order as customers with auto ship enabled, and you earn your Thrive for free the next month. Okay, so every month that you have two friends ordering with auto ship enabled as customers with your referral link, you earn your Thrive for free, even if it's the same two people over and over and over. Every time they place their order, if you have 2 in a month, you're gonna get your Thrive for free. In my opinion, if you have more than 2 referrals, you are already promoting. I mean, so if you're already promoting, you should be paid for it. I don't, you know, it doesn't cost anything. There's no like quotas or weird minimums or anything like that, but that is an option for you. But just in general, if you're ordering as a customer, when you click that place an order button, there's package options. It is a little confusing because the packages are called weird things. It's not like called a 30-day package or whatever. That would be really easy. Put that in the suggestion box. The package that you're wanting, that you need to order, and if you want to write this down as a customer, it is called the Tone Pack Plus DFT. It is $190, but that is the entire month. You don't need anything else. So it is under $200. It is not like, I was paying 3 times this for a supplement line a couple of years ago before I found Thrive. And it didn't even do half the stuff that Thrive is doing for me. So it's a big bang for your buck. 190 is like nothing, but you can get it for free. So a lot of people place that order one time and they get 2 referrals before the next order, and it's free after that. So yes, Tone Pack Plus DFT. And you can choose your flavors of shake mix and stuff like that too, so you can customize it a little bit.
So you choose your flavor, your shake mix. You choose the men's or women's pill. Mm-hmm. And you can actually get both if you're a couple.
If you order the couples package, yes.
And then you can order multiple flavors. You can either pick a flavor or you can pick multiples.
Right. So the Tone Pack Plus DFT, each of the packages of shakes, whether it's a canister that you're choosing or the single serving like this, like if you travel, get the single serve. Either way you choose it, when you get a thing of shake mix, it'll come with 16 servings. So the Tone Pack Plus DFT contains 2 things of shake mix. So you're going to get to choose like strawberry and chocolate if you want, vanilla and apple pie, whatever. And then you'll also be able to select your formula of DFT. That is a limited customization though. If you want like a customization that is not in that package itself, let us know. We can walk you through how to order it like individual items, like a la carte. That's a little bit like you might want somebody to walk you through it the first time you do that, and that's no problem. Just let us know. But
so if you
my biggest tip.
I'm sorry, Laura. I just want to make sure they knew that if they wanted to add the Duo Burn, there's a way to add that in. Because yes, that's what Carmen's taking. That's what I'm taking. And yeah. I'm just so happy with the results. And whether they do that or the Ultra like you're taking, right. I want them to know that even though it's not listed on that package, it's available.
Yes. Yeah. The DFT Duo Burn, it'll be like after you start making your selections of shake flavors and so forth, it'll give you the option under the DFT section at the very bottom of the little drop down menu. It'll give you the option to upgrade to DFT Duo Burn for just an extra $40, I think it is. So you can definitely do that. If you are looking to burn fat and get into thermogenesis, even just sitting there, let alone when you're actually working out, you want like the fire, literal fire in your metabolism, burn is where it's at. You want burn. Man, the testimonies we've got coming from burn too are just pretty amazing. Those are by far like for people who want to lose weight, burn fat, all of that. The 2 most popular DFTs are DFT Duo Burn and DFT Ultra. So if that's your goal or one of your goals, those are the two options for you. The easiest one would be burn. My biggest tip for you, if you are ordering as a customer, order with auto ship enabled, at least while you pay, like while you're checking out and putting your credit card in. Here's why. If you order with auto ship enabled, leave it checked, select the date. It'll be like, the date will be like a month after you place your order, all of that. While you check out, you're getting about 25% off the retail cost. If you uncheck it and say, no, I don't want auto ship, your price is going to go up by about 25%. So it's kind of like a little hack. Keep it enabled while you pay. The second you process your credit card and pay, you can go right back into your account and pause your next month's auto ship if you want to be the one in control over when it comes and all of that. If you don't want, if you're not, most people, I tell them, like, put the date in your calendar so you know, like a few days prior, so you can turn it off or edit it or whatever, change your flavors. But if that's not you, if you know you're going to forget, go in there right after you place your order and pause it. You won't be penalized for pausing it. They make it really easy. It's literally a tap of a button and you pause it. But it's saving money. It's a 25% discount when you select auto ship. So make sure you do that. If you're a promoter, you don't have to worry about any of that. We always get the best price anytime. So that's an option too.
Well, cool. Thanks, Laura. Thanks.
Yeah.
For people who aren't on live with us, are there any other frequently asked questions that we need to cover?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. One question I get a lot is, well, if it gives you that much energy and mental clarity, it must be loaded with stimulants and caffeine. False. No. In fact, let's just say, for example, this one. Okay, so all three steps, the capsules, the shake mix, and I've got the Ultra in my hand here. All three steps of Thrive have like less caffeine in it than half of a cup of coffee. Okay, so if you drink coffee, but you probably won't need much of it after you start thriving, so that'll save you some money there. But if you drink coffee, it's an average cup of coffee has about 120 to 180 milligrams of caffeine. And it's also processed. A lot of coffees right now are processed, chemical, blah, blah, blah. So like, for example, in 2 capsules, I think there's like 40 milligrams of caffeine. Okay. In a shake mix, there's about 25 milligrams of caffeine. In the DFT Ultra, there are 0 milligrams of caffeine. In Burn, the one that he's got on, I think it's like 30 milligrams of caffeine, something like that, like 19 or 30, something like that. It's not anything crazy. So no, there's not very much caffeine at all in Thrive. You're getting all of your energy and mental clarity and all of that from the actual vitamins that your body is actually absorbing. Here's the deal. People think that it's loaded with stimulants because you've never felt vitamins work before. You've never felt it before. Most of your vitamins that you buy are crap. Sorry, most of the shakes, most of the vitamins, most of the supplements out there, they're full of fillers. So you're going to have more inflammation with all that stuff because your body doesn't know what to do with garbage. It doesn't know what to do with chemicals. So if you're not feeling it work, it's because, number one, it's not the high potency. These are nutraceutical grade ingredients. But because it's full of fillers, so much stuff is full of fillers, your body is so busy trying to figure out what the heck to do with the fillers that it's like letting the other stuff just kind of sit there and not know what to do with it. So when you get Thrive, it's like, yes, we can use all of this. So, I mean, the reality is that when something's full of fillers, like flip over the bottom of your shake mix container or the vitamin that you take every day, flip it over, read the label, read the other stuff in there. It's a lot of it is just garbage. And if it's waste to your body, it's literally going down the toilet. It's money, literally going down the toilet. So Thrive, you're going to get every dollar's worth out of it. So it's well worth it.
That's fantastic. So much, Laura. Thank you so much. And
yeah, you're welcome.
And I'm so excited that you're going to go be with a whole bunch of Thrivers this weekend.
I am too. We on Friday we're launching an anti-aging line, CBD line. So that is very, very exciting. So Friday night we'll have some news about that.
Got it. Ivana, did you have a question?
Yes. How about the inflammatory product?
I didn't hear that. What did she say?
She said, how about the problem with inflammation?
Oh, yeah. So for me, the inflammation started going away a couple months after I started Thrive. That's when I really noticed, like that picture that I put in our text message together. That was one of my memories from Facebook, just like 6 months before I started Thrive. The picture on the left. The picture on the right was, I want to say, like 4 months after I started Thrive. The picture, I mean, of course I noticed my face wasn't as round, like how embarrassing, but my face was really round and puffy. I've always had like chubby cheeks, like literally even in my thinnest days of my life, I've always had, you know, little chipmunk cheeks. I've got a heart-shaped face and that just kind of comes with it. But my eyes, y'all, my eyes were so puffy. So I didn't know anything about inflammation until I noticed, what? My eyes are bigger now. The ingredients in Thrive that help with inflammation, from my understanding, when I've been looking at it and talking to others about it, it's when you heal your digestive system, when you heal your gut, which is what all the probiotics, the prebiotics, the active digestive enzymes in Thrive, when you start truly healing your gut, your inflammation is going to start going away. That is something, inflammation is something that your body, with the right supplementation, your body can fix that on its own. But you have to heal your gut first. So the Thrive experience, the whole experience in itself, that formula really supports that. A lot of people take Thrive really just for the digestive support.
And it's so important that you take that on an empty stomach.
Yep.
Don't mess around with that. That the capsule goes in and it sets everything up for the powder. Don't take the powder right away after. You give yourself, and I know everybody might be a little different. I like to have a nice solid half an hour before I put and you know, I can feel when it's ready now.
Yep.
And then I put the powder on, and I don't hesitate. I put the patch on most all the time right then or after a shower.
Yeah. And it is waterproof. That's actually another question I get a lot, is can you wear the DFT in the shower? Is it waterproof? Yes. Pool, ocean, hot tub, bath, shower. I've worn it everywhere. You can wear it while you're sleeping. It doesn't affect anything like that. So about 8 to 10 hours after you put on your DFT, like most of the nutrients have been absorbed through your skin already. So you can take it off if like I have really, really sensitive skin. So when I leave a DFT on my skin for too long, it'll turn, like I just get red. It does that with Band-Aids. It does that with clothes, like everything. My skin gets really irritated. So if that starts to happen, you can remove it after like 8 to 10 hours, but also drink lots and lots of water, especially right when you start Thrive. Your body knows what to do with these good ingredients, but you need to fuel it properly with lots of water. So take your body weight, divide it by 2, transfer that to ounces, right? So if you are 150 pounds, you should be drinking a minimum of 75 ounces of water. If you work out, increase it. If it's summer, increase it. Okay. If you need to detox, if you are dealing with inflammation, increase your water intake, because the Thrive ingredients itself, it's like, consider, like I live on the river, right? So I watch people all day long, like kayak down the river and all of that. Consider water the river. Your kayak is your supplements. The only way the supplements, the nutrition is going to move through your system and get to the right places is if the river is full. I don't know another way to explain it. That is what carries your vehicle, right? So you've got to make sure that you're getting enough water. That'll fix a lot of the issues. If you don't feel Thrive working fast enough, if you're like impatient like me, you want like instant gratification, increase your water intake while you Thrive, and it'll like magnify it big time for you. Oh, you're muted.
I was muted. Look at that. Any more questions?
So if I want to know more about the ingredients, I can just look up online or?
Yeah, I mean, you can, on the Thrive website, on your back office, you've got access to all the ingredients, the PDFs, all of that. In our private group on Facebook as well, there's a whole file actually of an entire like list of all the ingredients and what they do. There's actually one of our team members, actually several of our team members are medical professionals. We actually have a couple who are nutritionists. And so one of them actually put together an ebook. It's really cool. There's an ebook in our file section of every ingredient in Thrive and a little paragraph about exactly what it does, like in normal people language. So, because if you go to Google, I mean, anybody can put anything up on Google, right? So you might not get accurate information. So she did a lot of her homework. The other thing to remember is that just because an ingredient is listed, we don't know. It's kind of like looking up, this is a really bad example talking about health, but it's kind of like looking up the ingredients on Coca-Cola, right? Like we know the ingredients, but we don't know the formula. They're not going to give you the recipe, right? Like if they gave us the recipe, anybody could go create it. But yeah, you can, there you go, Adam, he's showing the PDF. So you can see the ingredients in there. And of course you can go to Google and look them up, but we've made it actually a lot easier in our private Facebook group.
For example, I have a question. I don't know. Are you guys connected to any other company like Purine? I think it's Purine, the one that has like vitamins and Weight Watcher management. No, right?
Purine?
Yeah, PUR. Because the reason I'm asking.
Purium.
Yeah, in the past.
Oh, I took that. That was one of the many products
I did
that I took.
and I got like high blood pressure, like, and I don't have any issues with blood pressure. Like that's why I'm so concerned. I want to know because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it.
Yeah,
now,
I took that product for a while. That was one of the many, many products that was sent to me. I used to be in a career position where companies in the health and wellness space and then actually in the direct sales space would send me products to try. So when I say it was a human guinea pig to try a bunch of products, it was not just because I wanted to, it was also because it was part of my job to review and dissect kind of products, marketing plans, and so forth. So that was actually one of the products that I tried to, for me, it was just, I didn't even feel anything and I gained weight while I was on it. So I was like, nope.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we have a lot of people who thrive with all kinds of health challenges, including blood pressure. I've not heard anybody say anything like that. We have literally, there are about 15,000 customers that are in my personal organization. And if anybody was having health challenges like that, I would probably hear it just because people come with like troubleshooting, questions and answers. I've never heard anybody come back with anything like that.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. That was very educative. It was very clarifying too.
Yay. This is from my personal experience. I mean, I've just tried a bunch of things. I love the product. I've been promoting it now for 3.5 years. It's been a blessing, but physically and financially for us, because it's really neat to be able to have a type of business where I get text messages all the time, every day. Not a day goes by that I don't get text messages from people like, thank you so much for encouraging me to buy this. Thank you so much for telling me that I need this because I feel better. I'm playing with my kids again. I'm down a pound size. My husband called me sexy today. Like the text messages that I get from people are just, that is so rewarding. Because, you know, a lot of people are sitting on their couch. They're tired. They're snoring on the couch, you know, trying to watch a movie with their spouse at 9 p.m. and now they've got a life. And anyway, so the feedback has been really good. So I'm excited for all of you guys to experience it. And it just gets better over time. So if you're just starting, keep going, stay consistent. I mean,
so
that's probably the biggest thing.
Let's say if I do take other supplements like omega-3 or special like, you know, whatever I take, can I still take that on top of that, or how do you advise?
Yeah, it depends on what you're taking and why you're taking it. So like
I have some special vitamins that my doctor wants me to take, right? Like omega-3 and I take some vitamin D, like stuff like that. And it's like it's required every day. So
Yeah, it's because there is vitamin D in Thrive. I don't think there's omega-3. So if he's prescribed that for a specific reason, then it'd probably be best to ask your doctor, like maybe take the PDFs that Adam was showing you about the ingredients. And like I can email my doctor, so maybe shoot him an email with the PDFs and say, hey, I'm starting this supplement. Can I stop taking XYZ?
Oh, good idea. Okay.
I will tell you a lot of the vitamins that you can buy over the counter. So if like your doctor said, hey, go to Walgreens and get some omega-3, you are probably taking 95% filler and a little bit of omega-3. And a lot of those products that they sell over the counter like that are cosmetic grade, which you can Google the difference between cosmetic grade ingredients and nutraceutical or pharmaceutical grade. Big difference, huge difference. So it'll not only be more effective, but it will have less junk in it that your body really doesn't know how to deal with. But vitamin D, I would guess that you probably could stop, but there's not a whole lot in it just because most people don't need supplementation of vitamin D, or many people do.
Unless the doctor prescribes, yeah.
Yeah. I need supplements of vitamin D. My doctor specifically, and my doctor's actually thriving now because they're like, this is way better than actually my doctor, my physician assistant, and their nurses, 2 of them in the office, are all thriving because they love it. But for me, like, again, I'm a redhead. I don't go in the sun like at all. So vitamin D is something that they specifically told me, oh my gosh, this has vitamin D. You should definitely do that.
Yeah, so that's why I have to take. I have my deficiency of it. Doesn't matter how much sun Yep. So, and this has a little bit in it, but you might still need to supplement. But this is definitely going to be, even though it has a lower amount in it than a lot of supplements, like over the counter, but the efficacy of it is really, really potent. So it's kind of like comparing a Ferrari to a, I don't know, Chevy. Okay.
But
as I'm thinking about some people that I want to refer. Can people take that if they're pregnant too?
That I have to be careful at that because everybody's pregnancy is different. I can tell you that there's a lot of thriving pregnant mamas. There's a lot of thriving breastfeeding mamas. But I always like to be conservative and tell them, take those PDFs, take that to your doctor and ask, because every mom, every baby has a different scenario. And I wouldn't want to say, oh yeah, it's fine. And then something like the doctor be like, no, you can't do that. I mean, for me, yes, my youngest is 20 years old. So it's been a long time. But if Thrive was around back then, I would absolutely have no problem thriving while I was pregnant. These are the best vitamins. These are way better than prenatal vitamins, in my opinion. But because it has a tiny bit of caffeine, like a half a cup of coffee, because it has white willow bark, which is like nature's aspirin, which can be kind of like a blood thinner, very, very, very minor amount. And like I said, everybody's pregnancy is different, so it's best to ask the doctor.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Laura.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Laura's answered like hundreds of questions for me over the years. Thrive does have a lot of different products in it, and I've incorporated some more advanced ones into my routine. But starting on the Thrive Experience 3-step is definitely the way that I started and the way I recommend to start. Yep.
Everybody starts with that. If you're a customer, start with the Tone Pack plus DFT. Make sure it's that specific package, the one with the plus DFT, so that you don't forget your patches. Everybody starts with that one. But yeah, I mean, as time goes on, that's the thing is, like, I don't want to tell you guys, buy this, and also buy that. And you wind up with 8 different things and you're like, I don't even need half of this stuff. Like, a lot of people, most of our customers go for years and they only need those 3 products that you're getting in that first package. And they do great with it. So it just depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your goals. I don't take very many products. I take my 3 Thrive steps. I take one for increased antioxidants called Blast, fight free radicals. I'm a cancer survivor. So for me, fighting free radicals is a major, major thing for me. Plus it tastes like Kool-Aid and I love that. And I take Balance at night, helps with digestion. My husband takes Rest. It's a natural sleep help. I don't need that. I can sleep like a log anytime. So it just depends on you, you know, and how you do. So that's the beauty of it, is that as you go, you know, check in and say like, okay, what do we need to adjust? If anything, while I'm not sleeping as well as I was, or as well as I want to, we can totally tweak that. We can make some adjustments. Just, you know, let us know what you need.
And by the way, Laura, I know you're traveling. Do you take these with you?
Oh yes, I am obsessed with those. Yes, those are beef jerky bites. My favorite is the sweet and spicy, just like me. I'm sweet and spicy. That's Jeremy's favorite, the black pepper and sea salt. There's also savory garlic, which is very garlicky. Those are actually great, y'all. Those are grass-fed, grass-finished, both, which are very important, beef jerky, and the beef is USA born and raised, which you'd be surprised how much US.
Can we see that again? What is that,
It's
Adam?
so good. Beef jerky is so good.
Oh, it's beef jerky. Okay.
So when I
So
travel
good.
or when I'm on the road, I stick this in my lunchbox. It's very rare I'm going to be on the road without one of these with me. And
Yeah.
this one is very keto because it has no
Yep.
sugar in it. And
Yep.
oh my goodness, it's vitamin packed, it's power packed, and I don't know how many servings there are in a container. I just make it one.
Yeah, me too. Is there a serving size on there? That would be a bummer. Oh, that's hilarious. I hope not. I hope a whole
No,
packet
serving
is a
size,
serving.
one package.
Okay,
Hey.
good. I was gonna be like, oh shoot, that's bad. Yeah.
But yeah,
And I love the Pro Bars too. The Pro Bars are really, really good. They're very tasty. There's 4 different flavors of protein bars, and they're all low sugar, which I love. Only like 2, 3, or 4 grams of sugar, depending on the one you get. But again, low in net carbs. So for me, I really watch the net carbs that I'm consuming. And so the protein bars are really good. Y'all, some of the protein bars out there sold like at the grocery store have like 40 carbs. Or like 13 grams of sugar. No, you might as well just go for a Snickers bar. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do it, just do it. So don't buy yourself one of those silly protein bars at Walgreens and call it a health snack, because it ain't usually. So yeah, the protein bars are really good.
We did a whole process of looking at all these different protein bars on the marketplace, and the Pro Bars from Thrive are in the top 5.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's some. It's rare to find some good ones out there. Tasty ones with good taste and good texture that are low in sugar and low in net carbs. That's really hard to find. But I have a sweet tooth and I'm also very picky. That'd be a good video for you to do, Adam. Like take people on a video through the grocery store and like help people shop for stuff like that. Like look at beef jerky. Look at how much sugar and stuff is in beef jerky and protein bars. You should do that.
Okay. I'll do that on beef jerky.
He's like,
okay. There's so many inferior beef jerky products out there.
Yeah.
You know, and to put the Thrive Bites in the same category as a Slim Jim is just not.
No. I've learned a lot about beef, actually. It's when those came out, and there's companies that ship their beef from places that you would not want to eat beef from, and because when they're slaughtered, they're in the U.S. They call them U.S. raised, and they're not. Y'all, it's like gross. So grass-fed, grass-finished, U.S. born and raised, really important. And the price is not, like it's right on line with really premium beef jerky. So that's very exciting.
Well, Laura, thank you so much for being on today.
Happy to.
When I send this out, I can. How do people reach you if they need to reach you?
Facebook is probably the easiest way. Send me a friend request on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you want to join our private group, there's no spam, there's no weird stuff. We do giveaways all the time. In fact, right now I've actually got a giveaway where I'm sending trial packs. So like if you know you want to thrive, go ahead and place your order. And then go into that Facebook group and you can actually request, I'm doing 3 trial packs where I'm giving them away. Since you're already ordering, we can send some trial packs to your friends if they win that giveaway. So that's a group where you can learn more. I do presentations in there. We do giveaways. There's tons of information. So like if you're a researcher and you like to know things, you know, other than you're going to feel great and look great, there's a ton of information in there. So friend me on Facebook. It's Laura Wells. You'll see my picture on there, and then we can add you to the Facebook group. Adam, you can add them in there too. That's a vault of information for learning anything about Thrive.
I would love that.
Cool.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a great group. There are lots of tips in there. We have like fit challenges and all kinds of stuff. It's really fun. It's called Made to Thrive.
Made to Thrive. Made to
Yes.
Thrive. Make sure to sign up, guys. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate you.
You are so welcome.
Have a fantastic trip with all those Thrivers.
Yes, 20,000 Thrivers in one room. I'll imagine the energy. It is legit. It is really phenomenal. But yeah, in that group this weekend, I'll also be posting the latest like live videos and stuff like that. That we'll actually be able to sample and see the new CBD and anti-aging line too. So I'll be posting live updates in there as well.
Well, that anti-aging line is working fantastic. At 88 years old, you are looking phenomenal.
I look great for being 80, right? Yeah, and it hasn't even come out yet. That's how amazing it is. Yeah, it's gonna be really great. I'm excited.
So thank you. It was